Alrighty folks, so today we're going to be doing a review of the Marlin 336, and this is classic American deer rifle. Nice patina all over the entire gun. Really nice wood. The receiver has just got this nice look to it. Now these guns were available in 35 Remington and 30-30 Winchester. This gun in particular is a 30-30 Winchester, and a good one at that. So, well, I'm just going to show you guys the features of this rifle. Alright, so now you're on the hood of my truck, and that little thing out there, right there, that pallet, and then down a little bit, there's where the target is at, and I'll try and shoot off my hood, or shoot over my hood. I've done this plenty of times, so I'm doing about a 12 o'clock hold on the plate. That seemed low. Trying to get the muzzle and frame so you can kind of see how much it jumps. Not a whole lot. I think that was a hit. I'm not sure, but I'm not able to tell. That was definitely a hit. This rifle is something else. I love it. I love a 30-30. Alright, so the gun is, as I mentioned, in 30-30, and here's just some of my reloads. So the 30-30 is medium powered cartridge. We're talking 170 grain bullet at about 2,000 feet a second. I'm pushing my loads to 1,700 just because they're, I'm not needing to go faster. I know it's with some good Lee liquid A-locks I can get these bullets going faster than a cheat on cocaine, but I figure why use more powder for target loads, when the loads perform just fine. So that's what the bullet looks like. It's 170 grain, gas checked, tumble lubed Lee bullet. I'll put a link to the bullet I'm using down in the description, and these are some good bullets. I mean, I fired God knows how many rounds yesterday, probably around maybe 130 rounds, and not a single bit of lead in the bore. So these gas checks on these Lee bullets, they really do their job, and I'm using the Lee 309 sizer for those. But we're not doing a bullet review. I mean, this is a really nice bullet. I mean, really nice. But I don't know, you guys want me to do a review on this, the Lee mold, I'll do it. But let's get back to the rifle, back to the subject on hand. So this comes with a 20-inch barrel, and I was lucky enough to pick this up for $2 1/4 from a close friend. And if you notice something, there is no safety. That's right. Be like the Marines and say the trigger finger is my safety. I like that. I don't want an annoying safety on it, and I like having a gun that's actually made by Marlin instead of these newer ones that I like to call them Remlins, because they're made by Remington for Marlin or something like that, something to that effect. But you got adjustable rear sight, hooded front sight. See in there, kind of neat looking. The gate, it is a bit stiff if you're not using this gun a lot, but I've been putting a lot of rounds to this, and I feel like my gait has actually loosened up a little bit ever since I got the gun. I mean, you don't want it too stiff, but or too loose, but you know, having it just a little bit less stiff is good. Now, I found that for me at least, you know, first of all, this is kind of a tall person's thing. All you tall, skinny people will really feel me on this one. So you'll notice I took off the factory hard rubber butt plate and put this recoil pad, I think it was off an old shotgun, on there. Well, this actually makes a world of difference in you know, sight picture and target acquisition. It just so much easier to see my sights with this, because I was having to put my face way back here when I had the factory stock on, the factory butt plate on, and I was just bringing my head back too far just so I could see the sights, and so you know, I could actually get a decent sight picture. But this actually, believe it or not, a ½ inch of rubber has completely changed, you know, the feeling of my rifle. I mean, that's done a world of good for me. So that's just a little pet peeve of mine. I need to have a longer length of pole on my guns for me to shoot them well, and it's not at all you know, fault of the gun manufacturers, you know, or anything. It's just the fact that I'm so huge and so tall that, you know, it's just something I need. So I dropped a white-tailed doe with this gun, and I'm not exaggerating, she was probably about 150 yards away, and I really did not think I could make this shot, but maybe you could say that I lucked out, possibly. But when I shot her with this rifle, I just you know, she dropped instantly because I got a heart shot. So the 30-30, that's, you know, if you do your part and you put this piece of lead where it needs to be, you will drop what you're aiming at. That is a guarantee. I wouldn't take this up against bear, but 7 rounds, which is what it will hold, is still a pretty decent bit of firepower, I would say. I mean, you've got 7 rounds of a pretty powerful cartridge that dwarfs most handgun cartridges. So for defensive use, I would say that the 30-30 is plenty accurate, or I mean plenty adequate. Accurate, yes, but adequate, that too. These flat points, they actually have a lot of killing power, so you know, that's something to take into consideration. If you're using say like the old Winchester Super X. Winchester Super X is a lot like the older 30-30 ammo. The jacket is really thin, so you don't get a lot of penetration into the target, but you get a lot of expansion, and that could be useful for home defense. Another great thing about this gun that is just outstanding is the lack of plastic. I have yet to find a single bit of plastic on this gun, and I sure love that. This looks like it might be plastic, and butt plate is rubber, but these two, this isn't a trigger guard or something that I would really you know, not want to break. This is, I mean, that's fine, that's acceptable, that looks classy. This is a butt plate. This gives me a little bit of extra length of pole. So you have a very strong, very precisely made tool here, and these older Marlins, I really love mine, and if you find one for a good price, don't be hesitant to pick them up, because they are really good rifles. And you know, I'm finding that my gun was a bit finicky, but I found that 170 grain cast are what it likes, so I'm going to stick with that and steer clear of the copper condomed projectiles. So I'm going to add a few shooting clips at the end of just shooting with this thing at some targets. I got video yesterday when I took this out of a 10-inch plate, steel plate, being shot at 100 yards, and I guess I'll just put that at the end. So this is a great rifle, and you know, these older Marlins, if you find one for a good price, do not be hesitant to pick this, one of these up. They're great. And 30-30, I actually am finding is a pretty cheap cartridge to load for if you cast your own bullets. So just wanted to do a quick little review. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Stay safe, and God bless America. Long live the Republic. That one was low. That was a hit. Hit. Miss. Hit. Miss. And that's all.